It's time for that Thanksgiving dressing. This is Grandma's recipe for dressing, but it's been altered a little bit over the years. I know that my grandmother would make a pan of cornbread and a pan of biscuits, and that's what she would mix for her breading for the dressing. But over the years, it's gotten a little easier on us because we can just go buy the Pepperidge Farm seasoning. So Mom kind of developed this after helping Grandma for a bunch of years do the dressing, and then when Grandma was unable to stand over a stove, it was Mom. So that's how I wound up with this. You can see how old this recipe is. But it's a good recipe, and I think a lot of you probably will call it more of a chicken dressing or a chicken stuffing, and that's okay. It does have chicken in it, and then we just use the herb seasoning for our seasoning, so we don't have to worry about other spices with the sage and all that, which can be really strong at times. So the recipe calls for half a package of Pepperidge Farm of each one of these, 4 chicken thighs, 6 eggs, and 1 small onion. But I'm only going to make this much, just enough for us. So I'm cutting all this in half, okay? So I only want enough to eat there. So here's how I'm going to measure this. I'm cover that like that. I can already smell those spices. Oh, that smells good. And then we'll do that. Okay? That's how I'm going to measure it. So I'm going to put literally half in there. So I'm going to put my egg. I've got 2 chicken thighs. I think I'm just going to do 1. And I've got my juice over there. Let me finish this off, and we're going to come back and show you what the secret ingredient, I think, that makes this stand apart. All right, we'll be right back. While I was doing that, I went ahead and peeled my egg, so we didn't have to stand there and watch me peel an egg. But I'm just going to dice it up this neat little chopper that we got here. I wound up getting another bowl because the bowl I had was too small. Always just get your big bowl to begin with. So I've got my chicken in here. I've got my egg. We're going to start mixing this together. I like that too when I'm doing this. And I got my leftover broth from my chicken. We don't want it soupy, but we don't want it dry either, you know? And this is one of those we can always add, but we can't take it away if we get too much in there. So we're going to need a little bit more, I can tell you that. And I've got to get my onion cut up. Be right back. Nothing's wrong with me, but you know how them onions will make you cry? That's what's happened to me right now. Crying over an onion. Gotta get some more juice in here. Try that. My oven is on 350. And that's what we're gonna bake this on. Really until it gets brown. So we're gonna have to just kind of watch it. And again, just like with anything else, if you don't like onions, don't put onions in it. You might have some people who are allergic to onions and don't want onions. You'll just have to adjust that the best way you can. That looks like that's coming together real nice. So, what's going to be different? And I don't know why my grandmother did this, okay? I don't know where it came from, but she's going to put 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. Where's my mayonnaise? sometimes you just can't find things, can you? So when she says a table scoop, that's it. We'll put one extra. Can't go wrong with mayonnaise, can you? I don't think so. But we're not going to put as much vinegar. So that calls for 1 teaspoon. So it's going to be that much. I got out of breath doing that. Okay. And that's it. Just regular old white vinegar. And now we mix this together. Grandma's stuffing, Grandma's cornbread dressing, whatever you want to call it. We're going to stick her in that oven for 350. She said 40 minutes, and then take it off to brown it for an additional 10. So, I do want to spray that so we don't stick. And we'll go ahead and put this in and bake her on off. And you know, they encourage us not to stuff the turkeys anymore. So, we're just going to put it in this pan and bake it. It'll be a little bit different because she would make like a 9 by 13 pan. But we don't need that much for us here today. I got that measured just right, didn't I? There we are. And it's ready. I'm going to put a little bit of margarine and black pepper on it. And salt. So she would just dollop this on there. I don't know what that is, but I don't want it on there. Just like so. Just throw a little bit more butter in there. There we go, we got it. And my black pepper. You can leave this off if you don't want it. And then we'll put a little bit of salt. I'll go easy on the salt this time because we're going to have that gravy, which will be kind of salty as well. All right, so we pop this in. We're going to cover it with foil, and we'll come back and try her out in a minute. All right, so here we go. Here is Grandma's stuffing, Grandma's dressing, ever how you want to call it. Sometimes we just say dressing, but there we go. I'm not going to dive into this right now because I've got company coming, and we're going to have this for dinner tonight. So I'm going to save that for them, but that's how we do it, and have a great day. I'll see you soon. Y'all have a great night.